mean, yeah, it is tough. It's tough, but everyone has their own version. That's the best part, you know. There's no right or wrong. So, of course, I would never name names,
Never, yeah.
but it is tough these days. More, have you realized more and more people are getting XYZ medicine from prescription medicine that
Yeah.
mental illness or whatnot, and I don't know if it's the society live in that kind of nurtures it's okay to, you know, be upset all the time and but I feel like we all need an activity or a hobby or some sort of passion that breaks us out of that so-called depression.
Oh, like a prison, yeah.
Yeah, because mental illness, low key, everyone has it, don't you feel like?
Everyone does have their own forms of mental illness, and they express it in many different ways. I've seen many of my friends have, I wouldn't say mental illness, but they would, a sadness, a depression, you know, and everyone has their own way of expressing that they're sad, they're down, and with that comes a different form of therapy. And everyone has their own form of therapy.
Everyone does.
You do, I do, you know, our brother Roos does as well.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I tend to feel like in times of great hardship, we begin to find ourselves more.
You're right. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's crazy to think, because when you've been hurt, I for one have been hurt many times. Like you have as well. Everyone has been hurt many times, and I feel like being able to find your own form of therapy and kind of taking your mind off of whatever's happened in life is really healthy. Because not everyone can. Okay, to put it in a picture like this, I for one, I like to deal with things straight away. If something happens, I want to deal with it so I can overcome it with whatever it is, with whoever I am.
Well,
I want to overcome it.
that's the nature of men. I feel like, you know,
Yeah.
from a natural instinct point of view, they want to. They are solvers, you know. Men, we are solvers. We want to get shit done at the spot. That's why I would say men have less communication issues, because whenever there's a problem, whether it's in a relationship or car's broken down, whatever it is, they want to fix it then and there. You know, if there's a squeaky door, a man wants to fix it right now, not next week when he's free in the weekend. Like we want to get shit done now. So I think from a natural instinct point of view, men do typically want to solve things right away. But I feel like it's for women, they don't like the confrontation, because they want their time to think about it and well, how am I going to take action on this? So
Yeah.
have you realized when you try to solve an argument with a woman right away, they will become confrontational, because they don't, of course they're different and they don't want to solve it on the spot. They want to take their time, which is totally understandable, but that's where they clash heads, and
That's where the problems come
that's
in.
where
Yeah.
even bigger problem comes.
Yeah.
But before Mans turns into certified lover boy, I would like to say, you know, guys, he did lose the game last week.
Damn, I thought you forgot about this, man. Goddamn.
So I got Garfield, my boy, here, but he's
I got
hiding.
Gengar with me,
He's,
yeah.
he's hiding a little something back here.
Ah, shit. Oh, bro, what is that?
You have to wear this. He's gonna have to wear this zesty,
That look fruity, bro.
fruity panda beanie thing from all the way from Japan.
Hey, can I put it in Gengar?
Hell no.
Ah, shit. All right.
You gotta wear this. and
All
then
right.
some.
All right, give me a sec. Give me a sec.
Hey, Loki, they match though.
How do I look? Do I look
They
alright?
match. They match. Gengar,
Gengar.
very very kawaii. Very kawaii.
How is your best? Very kawaii.
Very kawaii.
Very kawaii.
But
Yeah, going back
anyways,
to what you were talking about with so pretty much what's brought this whole topic. I won't name names or anything, and I won't say any personal details, but the whole idea of mental illness and kind of being in a state where you are really like truly in your feelings and you can't really think of anything else but that has occurred in our lives.
yeah, of course.
I'm not saying me, I'm not saying him, you know, it's where fine, we're happy and all that. Yeah,
At the end
and
of the day.
we just wanted to make this episode to just kind of bring light and bring awareness to that. And yeah, so as you were saying before, everyone has their own forms of therapy, and I, for one, I like to take my space. I like to just, because in my case, when I am confronted with such a difficult situation and I feel these intense feelings, I tend to just collapse.
Yeah.
My mind cannot think straight. I can't do anything. I feel like I'm stuck in a prison. And my version of breaking free is to just cry it out, you know? And that's one thing that I feel like nowadays guys can't really do, you know? It's kind of against the
Yeah,
stereotype
it
to
is.
cry in front of a girl, cry in
Exactly,
front of your.
exactly.
I'm fortunate enough that I have a safe space around me, whether in my relationship, in my family, or amongst, like, this guy has seen me cry, and he's really good at
Yeah.
supporting as well,
Yeah.
and it's something that I feel like needs to be addressed a lot more and become normalized, because everyone has feelings.
Yeah, of course. Of
Everyone
course.
can feel sad.
Of course.
Everyone can feel happy at the same time. So why is it when when our brother, or when someone in this world is feeling such harsh feelings online, people
Asking for
vandalize
it.
their
Yeah.
feelings? They
But what would you say? Because just as a disclaimer, we don't, and we've never been to therapy or anything like
yeah
that.
yeah
We've never had, let alone an online session of therapy. So I would like to ask you, Rainier, what do you do, whether it's an activity or what do you think of? What's your form of therapy? What's therapeutic to you? Apart from the, classic going to a spa day and
yeah yeah.
so what's your version of therapy?
My vision of therapy, I feel like a lot of people might relate, but it's just going away from whatever's daunting me at that time. As of recent, whether I feel down or whatnot, I do like to go to the gym and pump out a session, because it does help.
Of
It
course, yeah.
it does. Just as guys, the idea of just pumping your feelings away with, like, doing exercises, getting that pump and make, because it feels good, that pump,
But
right?
you know what pisses me off, bro?
What happened?
It's like, on a side note, you ever hear those people that are like, I get bored at the gym. I can't lift weights. Like, I got to do sports instead. Like, I get, like, I don't understand how you can't like the gym because
Yeah.
they just see it as bits of metal that you pick up and count numbers of how many reps you've done. But
Yeah.
it's so much more than that. I like,
Yeah, gym is a lot more than
so
that.
much more.
Yeah. But people have their different types of training. Some people are hybrid athletes, some people are CrossFitters.
Yeah.
In my opinion, how I see it is, like, you can't get the of training for Ironman. You know, there's guys that swim 5 kilometers,
Yeah,
bike.
yeah, yeah.
You can't
Very
get that
athletic.
training in the gym. I mean, you can, but you can't get that training
Yeah, yeah.
to be fully, like,
Yeah,
immersive, if that kind
exactly.
of makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. They do a bit of both. Like, for example, when you play
Yeah.
football, not only would you do the football training, but you would do, like, let's say leg day at the gym as
Yeah,
well.
exactly. Yeah.
It's
I
compounded.
rather go hand in hand with
Yeah, yeah,
with with
exactly,
yeah with
exactly.
the exercising
For
and
sure, for
whatnot.
sure.
Yeah.
But like going off that, I would say my version, apart from gym, is going for a ride.
Yeah.
Putting on my helmet and going for a ride.
I think a lot of riders will
They
agree with
agree for
that.
sure.
Yeah.
And it's one of the biggest reasons why people start riding is they want that freedom. I know you've sat on the back of a bike. You might have ridden a scooter back in Filipino. I'm not sure. But the feeling of actually riding a bike, like the freedom is undescribable because
Freedom's insane.
there's a
Yeah.
saying amongst the biker community. It goes something like, my helmet has heard all my screams,
Oh,
my engine has felt all my pain, and my throttle knows my anger. Something like that.
that
So,
is so deep, bro. Damn.
it's very
But it makes
therapeutic.
sense, right?
It's very
Yeah.
therapeutic for sure.
Yeah.
You let out your. But on the flip side is they also say when you're very emotional, whether angry or sad, you shouldn't preferably go on a ride because when you are riding, you got to be very focused. Looking around what's happening.
Yeah.
So when you're in that state, like you're not looking around where the cars are and
You're
all
just
that.
focusing on like internalizing all that
Exactly.
anger,
And
and
then,
yeah,
which could lead to a crash. So,
yeah,
not the yeah. You got to think about whether in your right mindset or not. But it's very therapeutic. It goes in hand, going on a drive. Quite
yeah.
similar. Just
Quite a similar experience,
yeah.
you know.
But would you have music on or off when you need to have those deep thoughts?
For me, there's levels.
Yeah.
So if the case that's been brought to me is very, it's not that deep, and I'm just feeling it just because at that time I'm feeling it, I'll probably have some. Because what I do is sometimes it's hard for me to express my emotions, even when I'm alone. Like I feel like I've been so accustomed to just suppressing this shit,
Yeah.
keeping it inside my body, and just like, oh, whatever, man, that shit hurt, but who cares? But sometimes I use the music as a catalyst to actually get it all out.
And it's like it's like when you have your playlist coming
Yeah.
and you're like you want to be sad and shit, and then that random party song comes on, you're like, ah shit, messed up my whole mood.
No, but even that, like, even if that whole party song comes on, I'm not too sure how to describe it. Like I said, it's very different for everyone. But on a stock note, it's like, do you ever feel that like you do need that cry, even when you can't control it?
I mean,
Or you
we're all
think,
different and we have all
yeah,
different ways of laying it out. For me personally, like I'm not like that.
okay, yeah,
But what hits different is the drive home after gym. It's like
yeah. That
that's another therapy as
that
well.
drive is very, very, because you feel good.
You feel good, but
You feel like, yeah, I just conquered the day.
it's
Yeah.
another level of good where I don't even want to listen to the music. I want no music, and I just want to
Be in your thoughts.
be in peace. Listen to the car, how
Yeah.
it sounds.
Yeah.
The engine, the exhaust. Like I want to be in my state of peace because we go to the gym pretty late, and on the
Yeah.
way back there's hardly a car on the road, and that
very quiet,
is a
yeah.
very good feeling.
To think
Very
that you're out
peaceful.
there and everyone else is either at home, heck, even sleeping,
Yeah.
doing something so out of the ordinary
Yeah,
at such a
against the
late
norm.
time. Yeah, it's because you and I have seen the roads when they've been empty.
Yeah.
Because we both have our things in the evening where we have to commit to, and we come home late. And driving on the road late at night, there's something magical about
Yeah.
it. In a way that I can't really describe it with words. It's just you just feel really good. Or at other times you feel really lonely as well. Because back when I used to work at my old job, I would start at 10 in the morning and then I'll finish 11, 12. It would be that.
Even later sometimes, right?
Yes.
Like 1.
Even late as 1 or 2. And being in that environment of always finishing late, being up when everyone is still sleeping in the morning and coming home when everyone is sleeping.
Yeah.
That's
And
such.
you don't get enough sleep.
And I don't get enough. That's such a lonely feeling.
That was like, not gonna lie, of course it's not your fault, but
Yeah.
at that time I feel like the friendship group, the friend circle, we always were missing you. We had.
Yeah.
Remember every week we had some activity or some
Yeah.
gathering or event, and it's like, where's Rainier? He's always at
Yeah.
work.
And you're not the first person to say that. I've heard that from everyone. And yeah, I think at that time I forgot I had friends, or I just felt, I really do feel like I neglected you guys, and I feel really bad about it sometimes. And behind closed doors we've said our things
Yeah.
that we've needed to say and stuff like that. But I think this is just a reminder for me. Heck, it can be like a reminder for everyone. You need to have a good balance in your life,
You do. You heard it right here.
whether it be with your work, with your education, your studies, your relationship, your friendships. Everything needs to be in a good balance, because if it isn't, you're neglecting other things. You're not giving the time and attention that someone might need, the time and attention that a specific craft might need. And slowly it's going to wither away, you know what I'm saying? And that's honestly like one of
I'm sorry, bro, but this whole beanie thing,
yeah,
you know what I'm thinking of?
it's not matching the whole
No.
combo as well, eh?
No, not that.
What?
You know what it reminds me of?
What?
Finn the Human from Adventure Time. And you got little Jake the dog on your lap as well.
Time.
Because you know he had like this
Yeah.
white kind of beanie thing as well.
Oh yeah, like
Yeah, with the ears.
yeah, with the little
poking out.
ears popping out. Yeah.
But yeah, my bad. I just
Nah, it's
couldn't
all-
stop
nah.
thinking of that.
Yeah. Anyways, but I think we should get onto our game segment, shall we?
Let's get onto the game.
Let's get into the game segment, yeah? Alright, let's
do
go.
it.
Hey guys, welcome back. Today's game segment is we're going to be Guess What He Draws.
Guess what he draws, eh? So I'm gonna start this off. You know, winner and loser, same rules as always.
Same
so,
rules as always.
You know, winner today is gonna be choosing what the loser wears next week, eh?
Mm-hmm.
And next week, you guys need to be prepared. They don't know what's going on, but let's just tell them
It's going to be crazy next week, yeah.
it gets spicy, like literally spicy,
Really spicy next week.
like
yeah.
literally spicy.
Rules for this game is we have 30 seconds on the clock and
Yeah, my bad.
I have to guess what he is going to draw, and he also has 30 seconds to draw whatever he's going to think
Basically, Pictionary, right?
of. Pictionary, yeah.
Pictionary.
Guess
but
what the image is.
you
Simple
guess
it,
as they
yeah.
draw. You get 30 seconds to draw. First person to win 3 rounds is the overall winner.
Perfect.
Get
Let's
it,
do
bro.
this, man.
I'm gonna draw first, there.
Alright, easy. Alright, guys, round 1. Let's do this. Timer starts now. Okay, let's see what this is. But we better not do some joke image. What is that? This is like Krabby Patty, bro. 14 seconds on the clock. A face. Squid. What is that? That's like a calamari. Under the sea. 28, 29. Time's up. Oh shit. Okay, I'm gonna say my final answer is SpongeBob. What? Wait, hold on, bro. What?
SpongeBob? How is this SpongeBob?
Wait, under the sea. I don't know why I said SpongeBob.
See, you were
Yeah,
very
yeah.
close.
What was it?
You said squid, but it's an octopus.
Oh,
But
man.
squid has the super long legs.
Yeah,
or
shit, my
tentacles.
bad. Okay, easy. Okay,
Close,
I got 1-0, 1-0.
Alright, 1-0, 1-0. Let's get it. Alright, so what's he gonna draw? Let's get. Yo, bro.
What?
What is there on your pants?
Oh shit! I didn't even see it, bro. wait.
Yo, you lost the game already, fam.
Oh, bro, I'm gonna put this in the watch later, man. Shit. Okay. Round 2, let's go.
Round 2,
I
let's
got 30
get it.
seconds
So
to
you
draw,
ready?
right?
I'll start the timer. You ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go. 30 seconds on the clock. Butt cheeks. Love heart. Chocolate. Moose. Reindeer. Guitar. Giraffe. What is that? Elephant.
Yeah.
Mouse. Rat.
Ding! Elephant. Nah, good shit, bro. Hey
I
guys,
got it.
rate my artistic
I got
expression.
I got it within 25 seconds.
Damn.
Got it within
He said
25
something to
seconds,
their
bro.
butt cheeks, bro. Okay.
Look like butt
Two-
cheeks.
2-0.
2-0. Oh,
2-0.
shit. But
Shit.
next one and you lost.
Yeah, shit,
Be
man.
careful, fam.
Nah, but I've already lost because I can't even. Nah, it's okay. It's all good, all good. Okay, guys, this is round 3.
Round
This is
3.
gonna make or break whether I.
If he loses this, it's over.
Yeah, it's over. Shit, I better
I'm
not.
ready when you are.
Alright, timer starts now.
Okay.
A circle. Edges on the side. What is that? A basketball? A soccer ball? Oh, a basketball?
Basketball,
Oh,
yeah.
yes! I'm not.
Basketball.
Let's go! I got that in 19 seconds,
Kind
guys.
of looks like an Easter egg or some shit.
It looks like the molten balls that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was trying to go for that.
Yeah. Nah, bro. Oh, I was like, is that what I think it is? I'm like, a basketball?
It looks like an Easter egg, fam.
Hey,
Yeah,
yo,
you got it. It's
2-1.
2-1.
2-1. So next game will. Oh no, but we could get a draw. Okay, if I win, we get a draw.
Yeah,
If you win,
it's game.
I'm a
over,
loser
I win.
again. I'm a loser again.
Let's get it.
Alright, let's get it.
All right, here we go. Round 4, right?
Alright, let's do this.
So this is it. If I guess this right, he loses and I win.
I
So
better
let's
not
see.
lose, bro. Come on, come on. Please,
Don't go
please.
easy though. Don't go easy on me.
Yeah, I got this.
All right. I'm gonna start in 3, 2, 1. Mountain, hills, Christmas tree, bicycle, Antarctica. Oh, okay. There's a bird, some scenery. What the hell is that, bro? It looks like a 3 seconds. The Statue of Liberty.
Oh,
Oh no! But the thing is, it
Damn.
was over time.
are we gonna count that? Please.
I don't know. We said 30 seconds there, so I think I lost. Did I just lose by 1 second, guys? Because I was like, what is
Sucked
that?
in, bro.
I saw the
Statue of
spikes and I'm like,
Liberty.
ah, man.
Statue of Liberty.
I
yo.
lost by 1 second,
In
bro.
New York. Your dreams ain't made of concrete, bro.
Hey, I lost by 1 second.
1 second, man. Shit.
Alright.
There we go.
Well, it's 2-2 now. 2-2.
Alright,
So
let's do this, man.
next one is make or break.
Make or
Let's
break.
get it.
Let's do
Let's
this.
get it. Let's get
Alright, guys, this is the overtime.
it. Over time. I lost by 1 second.
This guy, bro, this dude lost by 1 second, and I'm gonna win this time, alright? So,
Booty.
just to make it even more harder, I'm gonna shave off 10 seconds. So, this time
20 seconds.
you gotta draw it in 20 seconds, and I gotta guess in 20 seconds, and this will make or break the draw that we have.
Hey, you know why I chose the basketball before?
What?
Look at your t-shirt, fam.
Oh
It was like supposed to be an easy reference. I just
Damn,
look at
bro.
it and
That's crazy.
yeah.
Alright, yeah. So 20 seconds this time. 20 seconds for him to draw, and 20 seconds for me to guess. Are you ready?
Oh, I don't know, cause like I haven't thought about what to do and.
Hey, man.
All right, I know what to do.
Okay.
I know.
You gotta get it?
I'm ready,
Okay.
I'm ready.
Lord,
I'm ready.
please.
I'm
All right, timer starts in 3, 2, 1, go. Bro, what is that marker, bro? Snowman? Garfield? A Ninja Turtle? Snowy?
What?
sorry. 4 seconds. A turtle. Time's up. Shit. What is that, bro? A French dude? Because all I see is a baguette.
What are you wearing on your head?
Oh, a
It's
panda.
supposed to be a panda. I know shit,
Bro, show them that right now.
I'm trying to do the bamboo stick and all, man.
Nah, bro, that ain't designer.
But it's Mohan with a baguette.
Oh man.
Alright,
But yeah,
well,
alright, yeah, that concludes
Technically,
it.
I won, eh?
Yeah, he won.
Alright, good game.
Good
man,
game.
good
Hey, looks
game.
like that 20-second backfired on me, man. Shit, that's alright. Good
And
game.
you
Good
got
game.
those pants messed up.
Damn. But yeah, guys, that's the game segment for y'all. Hope you all enjoyed this week's game segment, and we'll catch you guys next week. So, I've always wanted to actually ask you, man, because I wanted to see your take on this. What are 3 things that guys do that girls won't understand in forms of therapy for guys?
This is a good one.
Yeah.
This definitely goes hand in hand with what you said before.
Yeah.
Of course, just going off the top of my head, just to name 3, is very similar to what you mentioned before, where I feel like I feel like most guys do this. At least I do it. Is when there's a point of frustration. This is not exactly therapy, but my take on what guys would do that would annoy girls potentially.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's therapy, but for example, in an argument, guys would prefer to either just agree or walk away and cool down and then come back.
Yeah.
So instead of getting frustrated, being angry, you're a very religious guy and anger is a great sin.
It isn't going to
So
solve anything, yeah.
You shouldn't act straight away on anger. So you should walk off, cool down and then come back and talk in a civilized
Yeah.
manner, So I think, but women don't like that because that gap sometimes confuses them that why is he walking away or whatnot. Another thing is not just walking away, but I feel like agreeing. So let's say someone, this happened to me just a couple days ago. You've been in those situations where someone's so below and low they just accuse you or something, but you just don't want to get down on their level. You know, have you heard of that saying that bees don't have time to explain to flies why honey tastes better than shit?
Ah,
So
I
it's
think I've
like,
heard that somewhere. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
what's the point of explaining where it's not worth it and it's not gonna do anything better towards you? So
Yeah.
imagine this is just a made up scenario.
Mm.
Imagine you're at school and the school jock is just making fun of you, you know. There's no point to stop and explain that, no, I don't do this, I don't do
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Like, just say yes, yeah. Yeah, the rumors are true. Yeah, you're right, you're right. And just walk off. Like, who cares what they think? Just agree, yes. You look more mature. It just shows that you don't give a damn. And it's the smarter thing to do. Like, what are you trying to prove when you backlash and say, oh, no, you're wrong because X, Y, Z?
Yeah.
Just say yes and walk off. But I feel like women, again, they wouldn't exactly like that because they naturally overthink a lot. I'm pretty sure you'll agree. They overthink a lot, you know. Where's
Yeah, definitely.
my boyfriend? Like, even if you might just be at work, you know, is he talking to this girl? Like, why is his phone flat? So naturally, they overthink.
To varying
and
degrees, yeah, I think.
yeah,
Yeah, I think that
naturally,
as well.
the most women overthink, generally speaking. So when you do that, like, it can cause, you know, some issues. A third thing I would say is, oh, it's tough. Like, if you would like to mention some, maybe I can think in the meantime. But what
Yeah,
would you say? What
I
would you
feel
say?
like one thing that guys do that girls won't understand in terms of therapy is this might sound very primal, but it's like just yelling.
Yelling, yeah,
Um, in my personal opinion, when I just have an urge to like
yeah.
like my problems, like screw this, screw it. Like it gets everything out, and I feel like for some people, and for I feel like girls in general, like they may not understand
May not
like that because I feel when we feel rage, man. Like this is like some Spartan type shit. Like,
Going off that,
yeah, it's.
would you go to those rage rooms where you can just beat the shit
Oh,
and
I've
break
always
out of
wanted to go
everything?
one of those places. I've. Oh, they look so fun. I would love to
Guys,
get a
comment
bat.
down below.
If we
We'll
should do a rage
we can
room
do a
episode.
vlog there and post it on the Instagram. So-
That's a sick idea. Because I've actually always wanted to go
I've
to a
always
rage
wanted to
room.
go there.
I've always wanted to punch a TV screen,
Punch it, baseball, like
throw a
smash it all.
plate. So I mean,
Yes.
I know it's like that behavior is like borderline like violent, but I feel like I'm doing it in a way that's therapeutic for
Yeah,
me
of
to
course.
just release.
Of course.
Hey, yo, pause. For me to just like
Your buzz.
to just like relax
Yeah, of
and
course.
calm those nerves or whatever it is. And another thing as well, it's just talking. I mean, this will vary amongst people, but I feel like guys. See, girls might not know this, but like guys do talk a lot. They talk about like everything that they think. Because I know girls, they gossip and they
Yeah,
talk
of
about,
course.
you know, man, he did this, he did that. But guys do that as well. But not to the degree that girls do. If,
They don't bitch
if you get what I
about it,
mean, yeah. Us, we just talk about, yo, bro, like, you know, I was feeling this type of way.
Like,
and,
what do you
know,
think? Like,
Yeah.
they're not gonna be bitching about it. Like,
Yeah, it's just like, I feel like girls, they push forward their opinion, whereas guys, they take in opinions.
Hey,
It-
hot take.
If you get what I mean, you know what I'm
Hot
saying?
take. That was a good one.
I feel like, because when you're a guy, you're asking for like, hey, bro, like, what should I do? You know what I'm saying? Whereas girls, like, I think, yo, theory. What
is
if, because you know when girls are seeing a guy and they show their friends, hey, do you think he's cute? The girls are putting their opinion, like, oh, he looks like a 2 out of 10. He looks
Yeah.
like a 3 out of 10. Whereas guys, it's like, yo, I'm seeing this new girl. What do you think? You know, like,
exactly. You're right.
I feel like we kind of just like, we don't really want to push forward unless you're like a fuckboy or something. But like,
Yeah.
we don't like, hey, yo, like, I'm dating this chick, but she kind of bad, bro. What do you think? You know, like, bro, we're not like that.
We're not like that. We're not
It's
like
we're
that.
humble, you know, like,
Exactly.
it's we keep it to ourselves. We
Exactly.
do whatever we want.
They say, like, when
Yeah.
you're rich, like, they will know.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
you can
Yeah.
be plain t-shirt, sneakers, Toyota Corolla, but when you're rich, like they know,
They know.
they'll know.
They
The
know.
people
No.
who go and show it off, designer, those people are usually not rich,
Yeah, exactly.
because that's all they have to show.
They're fake.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But just going off while we were talking, I just remembered what I wanted to say. So yeah, the main one I wanted to say, the therapeutic one that women wouldn't understand. For me, for people who love cars, people who love bikes, is speed. Honestly, it's really big
Yo,
in the
that's
car
true. That's
community.
true.
We love to speed. That's a very big therapy that
No, that's
women
facts.
wouldn't understand, because I believe there would be some women who do that as well.
They understand
But
that kind of take.
statistically, there's way more guys in the bike and car community. Let's be
Yeah.
honest. So they wouldn't understand, our family, brothers, sorry, not brothers, our mums and sisters. They wouldn't understand why we speed. It just lets off everything. You not just the anger. You completely forget everything. It's like, imagine when you get high. People get high. Why do they do drugs and this? It's to forget it all.
Yeah.
And let go of every emotion. They don't feel the sadness anymore. They feel numb. So like that, when you speed and you reach a certain level, or when you accelerate, that thrill, that mini adrenaline jump that you get, that boost of adrenaline, just makes you forget everything for those few moments.
And you're living in that
You're
moment.
living in that moment, and
Yeah.
all your worries disappear.
Yeah.
Past doesn't matter. You're not worried about the future.
You worry about
And
now.
when you're speeding, because you also have to focus, you really just worry about the now. So it makes you live in the present for sure.
Yeah.
And that's my main form of therapy that I don't think women would understand,
Yeah.
because, they would be like, I'm going off personal experience, not characterizing all women into one group. But from my experience, they would be, oh, like, why are you speeding? Like that's dangerous.
Yeah.
Like, slow down. Like, talk. But no, really. Like, your speed that you go to talks more than the words, Like, they say
100%, yeah.
in the bike and car community is, when you're chilling and you hear a car or bike speed down the
Yeah.
freeway, that sound the engine and exhaust is making will say more than anything.
Anything. Yeah. It's like that meme. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's like that meme where you have two guys sitting in the car, and it's like, when I go see my friend, or
Yeah,
I
yeah.
let my friend drive that's had a heartbreak, and then there's that meme where I gave her everything. And then
Yeah.
Like, that is such. It's like a visual way of showing that what you just said, like speeding
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And yeah, that's one of the ways I feel like us guys can kind of just get over things that we go in our life and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, and I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of things. Each person is different, as we said before. So, some people might like to draw when they're upset. Some people just don't talk to anyone, not even their family or friends. Some people like to sit down and watch our podcast.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I wish. Hopefully, fingers
So-
crossed. Yeah.
there's different ways.
Yeah.
There's no one way. There's no right or wrong. And therapy, of course, you get the professional help that you need. These guys have studied that from high school to university, and
Yeah.
they have doctorates in that degree.
They're good with people, and
So
yeah.
they know what they're doing. But at the end of the day, they can only understand you so much. So the best therapist, no matter what you do, is going to be yourself at the end of the
Yeah.
day. Like, you know yourself the best. So therapist or not, it comes down to you, because imagine
you
you're
do,
getting
yeah.
the best medical assistance, the world's top therapist. But if you're not really absorbing and taking action on their advice, then
What is it for?
Exactly, what's
Yeah.
it for? So at the end, it comes down to you.
Yeah. And that whole idea of you, it's not what happens in life, but it's how you react to it.
That's how you react, exactly. That's a
If
good
you
one.
are met with the greatest challenge, if you feel that the world is on your shoulders, what are you going to do about it? Are you just going to sit at home, be a hobo Joe, or, eat
Couch potato.
like, there are better ways to
Better
channel
ways, yeah.
that kind of sadness. I mean, I will admit there are those days when rotting in bed is
Yeah,
necessary. And there are some days when going out to the club and doing God knows what you're doing there,
yeah.
like that's also necessary as well. But
Yeah.
just having the good balance,
Yep.
I feel like, and like we said, just knowing yourself.
Knowing
I
yourself
feel like
for sure.
that's one of the key things in just being able to give yourself a break,
Yep.
understanding yourself, and just making sure you're all right. Self care.
Self care, yeah.
That's
You're
pretty
right,
much it. Yeah,
self-care.
self care.
Taking care of yourself, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's selfish to prioritize yourself.
Yeah. Oh, definitely not.
So you got to put yourself, and I've learned that from a lot of good mates of ours.
But you gotta put yourself first.
It's something they push in the Western culture a lot. You know, you gotta push. You gotta put yourself first, then everyone else. I feel like in our Southeastern Asian community, whether it's China or Philippines or India,
Yeah.
that their thinking is, you know, family and friends first. Like you forget about yourself. But yeah, in this Western world, in Australia, everywhere, it's of course you put yourself first, and that's what we're moving towards, the whole world.
Here's something I just thought of. When you compare the Western world, compare it with the Southeastern culture, right? What when you think of it, what are the types of like support you get from your parents? Like, what are ways? Because when I compare them, this is what I find.
Yeah, go ahead.
When you are okay, if you're Asian and you ask your parents help, they will give you money.
Yeah,
Like no, for like that's how I feel like sometimes. I'm sure maybe that's how you might feel like. Their way of supporting you is paying for your tuition, doing all this stuff, and
of course.
letting you stay at home even when you're so late in your life. Whereas the Western world, I'm not gonna speak for everyone, but what I see is sometimes they won't really support you like financially,
they
but
won't.
they will tell you what you want to hear. They will give you the words. They'll be like, "Oh, it's okay, honey. Like, I love you." Because for me, I can't remember the last time I said I love you to my parents. And it's like I feel like within the Asian Southeastern Asian culture, it's like your parents won't show their affection and love for you through verbalizations, but they will do it through their actions.
the things they do for you, you know.
Whereas in a Western world,
Yeah,
they
it's
will
the other
say,
way.
"Oh, I support you, honey." But if you ask for like, "Hey, mom, can I get like a car loan?" It's like, "Fuck no!" Like,
Bro,
go buy it yourself. You know what I'm saying?
have you seen that meme, and have you realized where in our Asian community, Southeastern Asian community, when a family member, mainly parents, when they feel bad and they want to apologize to their son or daughter, they give you a plate of fruit.
Yeah.
Have you seen that meme? It's
plate
like
of fruit.
they'll show up. Imagine like you had an argument and they'll come in the night like here's a plate of oranges or something. Have you experienced that? Because I have for sure.
I haven't seen the meme, but I have experienced that as well.
It's like, you know,
Yeah.
of course, they might not even say a word, but it's through the actions. That's
It's
what
their
I'm trying
way
to
of
say.
saying, "Hey, look,
It's the actions.
whatever happened, I'm sorry."
Yeah.
But like, I
And
feel
they
like
might not even say the word sorry, but it's the action of,
Yeah.
okay, they got me this dessert or whatever. Like, it's the
in
actions.
in your eyes, what's something that what's like an interaction you have which will make or break a relationship, like a friendship? For me, I'd say how I distinguish who is one of my real mates and who is just a friend or an acquaintance is the level of our conversation sometimes. If we go and because you know when you're talking to someone and you feel that like the energy is right, kind of, and
Of course.
you feel able to open up about
Yeah,
yourself.
you
And
can be yourself. You don't need
Yeah.
to put on a mask and play a character.
for me, my make or break is if I feel comfortable opening up about my shortcomings and my hardships,
Yeah, yeah.
I will consider you as like a close friend. If I don't get that feeling, I mean, obviously, and if that is also reciprocated, oh, bro, well, geez, you know what I'm saying? But if I feel that I'm not able to open up as freely and it's not reciprocated, I would just
Yeah,
consider us
I
as
get that.
acquaintances
I
and
feel
friends.
that.
Yeah.
I feel
But
that.
for you, what's your kind of
For
thing?
me, it's pretty simple. It's respect. Like
Yeah, nah, that's
I,
facts. Yeah.
one of my major pet peeves, if not the biggest, is respect. You know, respect is the greatest for me. Whether it's friendship or love or it's respect number one for me. You know, it's through their actions. Respect is sometimes misunderstood. It's not just respect. Isn't just they walk in and you greet them and be all nice to them and say nice. Respect is much deeper than that on the surface. Respect is your actions, you know. Are you backing up your words that you made promises for?
Yeah.
You know, are you loyal behind their back? You know, so respect goes very deep, you know. You don't waste their time. You are punctual. So respect is multi-layered, I would say. But respect is number one for me. If I and what determines a close relationship, whether it's a friend or a girlfriend or whatever, respect is an example would be if I'm yeah, here's one. So I feel like all the other characteristics fall under respect, like loyalty and whatnot.
Yeah, of course.
And trust. Trust and loyalty and the other major ones, I feel like that falls under respect. For example, if someone's making accusations about me and I'm saying, no, I didn't do that, that's all it should take. Because if you respect me, if I'm just telling you no straight away, then you need to believe me. Because if you
Yeah.
have respect for me, let's say, you know, this is a made up scenario, and someone was like, "Hey, Jamie, did you hear that Rainier made out with your girlfriend?" And I'm like, and you know, and you came up to me and said, "Bro, I didn't do that." I'm like, that's all it would take, is bro, I didn't do that. You don't
Having-
need,
yeah.
you don't need to explain. You don't need to show me photos. You don't need to show me your chat log and call history. Your one line of saying it wasn't you, that's all it takes because I respect you and I have the trust, which falls under the respect.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's mine. Yeah.
Yeah. That's really good actually, because in relationship it requires a level of integrity to show that the bonds of loyalty and trust
yeah.
and respect, you know. And I feel like among guys, respect is such a big thing.
Yeah, it is. It's the brotherhood for sure.
Yeah. I'm not sure about how girls go about their, you know, their hierarchies or whatnot. But
Yeah.
guys, the language of guys is through respect.
Of course.
You know,
of
if
course.
in another scenario, if for example us two, we're bros, we're G's, you know, like we're really good friends, brothers, and if there's an outsider that comes into our friendship, and we think, oh, you know, they ain't that cool, they ain't all that kind of stuff, you know what I'm saying?
He
But
ain't
like,
got the drip, bro.
but like respect is giving, respect is acknowledging where there is greatness or where something's good is done. So for example, if you're on a sports team and the new kid comes in and he's shit or whatever, but then there is that slither of a moment where he's godly, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, put some
Godly
respect on him, right?
Put some respect on him for sure.
That shit was good, yeah?
Yeah.
And like, I think for guys that
Get what
applies
you
with
mean.
everything. Because I feel like among guys, everyone's trying to find whether I mean, this sounds so like weird, but like whether the alpha, you know what I'm saying, or like the omega or the beta, you know?
Yeah.
Because like,
The sigma.
because humans, we naturally try to follow a leader, follow one
of course,
course,
of
follow
course.
a journey.
It's always been like
yeah,
that.
and being a leader, it's a lot of work. Yeah, and being a leader, while it does have its responsibilities, you do have your respect as well.
Yeah, of course.
So,
yes.
yeah, I think that's one thing that relates to all guys as well. So,
Yeah. No, I agree.
yeah.
I agree. Well, on that note, I think that captures a lot, you know?
Yeah.
We talked about mental health. You know, we had some good times with the game.
Yeah, for sure.
I get to decide what's happening next, though. You know, what you gotta.
Hey, bro, you
weigh
better
another-
back up that respect of yours.
we talked about
Nah, I'm
respect
playing,
and
I'm
loyalty,
playing,
so we covered a lot of bases, you know.
Yeah. And I'm glad, this episode's supposed to just, be a healthy conversation about mental health and all that. And hopefully for the people listening and watching us, I hope you guys got the message as well and just were entertained by this conversation between...
The real entertainment comes next week.
Well, it's because next
It
week
gets
we got
spicy,
something
as I
spicy
said.
for y'all.
Spicy.
So,
We gonna need like a liter of milk each, bro.
a lit.
A liter of milk each.
Yeah, facts.
Well, on that note, guys, thank you for joining us. Have a good evening. Have a good night.
Thanks so much, y'all. But yeah, it's been a lovely chat with you, man. Thanks again for raising this awareness for mental health and all that. But yeah, this is Fireboy Talk, guys. We out.
So whether you're black,
You're white,
brown,
or Asian, be sure to check us out on our Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or YouTube, or we talk about anything, right?
we do. And be sure to check out the Instagram, because that's where we do behind the scenes, as well as these fit checks.
And those features go hard, don't they?
They
We
do,
talk
they do.
about dating advice,
Life advice,
fashion-related talk,
and just shit in general.
and just shit in general.
So I'm Jamie,
And my name is Rainier.
and we want to be your #1 podcast for when you get comfortable and cozy. So whether it's going on a drive
Going on a late night walk,
or help you go to bed,
we want to be that #1 podcast that you guys come to for anything that you like.
so thanks for tuning in. Thank you to our sponsor, Minajae.
Stay pretty like a flower, guys.
We be Flower Boy Talks. We out.
We out.